The Episodic Gimmick SF. There used to be a type of science fiction that was the equivalent of the current craze in craft mysteries, which is itself an outgrowth side spur of the craze in cozies. Remind me sometime to explain how the cozies became craft mysteries. I have the same theory, and the one that involves my certainty that people unnamed are fostering an unhealthy trust in authority. I can give you either or both, depending on the day. You have mysteries for basket weaving, mysteries for scrapbooking, mysteries for crochet, and mysteries for house flipping. My own furniture refinishing mysteries under the pen name Elise Hoyt sort of kind of tie into that genre. I do talk about furniture refinishing, but I like to believe maybe I'm fooling myself that they stand on their own without the craft interest. The idea is, of course, simple. The publishing houses believe that people who either practice or are interested in any given craft will also want to read about it. I don't know if this is true, but I do know that some of the crafts ideas will draw me, as a matter of course. Say, a mystery where the main character is an amateur chef will always interest me, because I like to cook elaborate dishes. Ditto a mystery where the character likes to make clothing from vintage patterns. I don't do this, but I intend to, as soon as I have time. I bought the patterns and I daydream about it, so I'd also be interested, though it's not a craft and mysteries about a natural history museum, investigated by a volunteer, because I'd like to have time to volunteer at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. Back when science fiction was healthy enough to, without fantasy, or with minimal fantasy, take up a whole block of shelves in a bookstore, there were many subgenres, ranging from hard science fiction through soft sociological science fiction, through various situational subgenres like post-apocalyptic, colonization of new planet, space war, etc. One of these subgenres was the episodic gimmick science fiction. I say that with the greatest respect. These were ideas that were so cool in and of themselves that they drew readers. They'd also draw readers from people interested in that field. They did, usually, require at least some specialized knowledge. Not always Star Trek could be considered episodic gimmick SF, in that you have an initial setup that allows for meeting tons of aliens, and having a new adventure each episode, and there were any number of Galactic Federation clone SF. My favorite of these, which did require specialized knowledge, was James White's Surgeon to the Stars and other such books. In fact, when it became clear that my older son's bent was towards medicine, I gave him those books to read one summer. He enjoyed them immensely, just as I had when I was a young teen, savoring the setup of wildly alien life forms and the problem solving that hinged on alien biology medicine. Recently I stole them from my son's room and have been rereading them. Oh, the storytelling could stand some updating. We tend to demand a different time of setup these days. But that's current narrative fashion. I still enjoy them a lot. And I wonder if there would be a market for this still. Did science fiction die? Or was it murdered? I keep hearing that kids today don't read SF because they're living it, but that doesn't wash. I fell in love with SF, though my life was, by my parents' standards, more wildly futuristic than my children's is by my standards. I think science fiction was a victim of publishing trends emphasizing things like social relevance and scientific accuracy and such. Not because I'm an absolute believer in fluff. I mean, yeah, sometimes readers just want to have fun, but it's almost impossible to write something that's totally devoid of the author's beliefs and views. It's just that when you demand social relevance, you're falling into what's now trendy and considered a worthy social concern. In the same way, scientific accuracy tends to mean accurate to what we know today. In conjunction, those two make for very boring stories, which I think turn the readers off in droves. But perhaps I'm full of it, and what killed SF was its own success, and the publishing of masses of stuff that wasn't so good. In any case, now that electronic publishing is providing a greater field to play in, will there be place for fun again? Will there be once more the episodic gimmicky science fiction? Will there be a place for my translator to the Star series? What do you think? Is my enjoyment of this type of subgenre proof that I need to bring out the tweezers and elevate my eyebrows some? Or is it, once again, that all readers just want to have fun and ready-built niches are easy to get into and enjoy? If you like this content and want to support this channel, the blog, and Sarah's continued writing, please like and subscribe. If you really enjoy the content, please come and join the fun at accordingtohoot.com.